Hello, everyone. I'm Casey Hogan with the Tarleton Sports Network, presented by the North Texas Ford Dealers. Time for our weekly video interview we call To The Point, an inside look at Tarleton Athletics. And we're going to get this week kicked off with the new head men's basketball coach at Tarleton State, Billy Gillispie. Coach, it's been hard to say, but it's hard to believe this, but it's been 143 days since you took over. How's that transition been?
Yeah, it's been good so far. We're working on it, and I'll take my mask off, but it is a TSU mask. You see that, right?
I like that, Coach. Yeah.
Well, we try to do what we can. It was actually done from one of our players. Excuse my phone. I'm not in my own office. I'm in Nate Burrell's office, and you see some stuff in the background. My office is immaculately cleaned every single day, and so if it was my office instead of Nate's, it wouldn't have all this clutter in here.
Somehow I don't believe that, but that's all right.
Yeah, but I'm working on getting a computer that has a video and audio capability, so we're working on that as we speak. But
hey, you've become really good at the Zoom thing, haven't you? Zoom and Skype.
And that's the way of the world these days. So it's been something else. But hey, everybody has to adjust. It is what it is. We're adjusting and trying to make the most of it. But it's been fun. I didn't know how many days it's been. We just take one day at a time and try to do the best we can that particular day. We've done a lot of things. We've signed 10 players. We brought in 4 or 5 additional guys that are going to be part of the program as walk-ons. We've completed our staff, and so there's been a lot of things going on here in the last 143 days.
And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about your staff here in a minute, but talking about this global pandemic, COVID-19, how did that change? You've taken over programs before, but how did that change your approach being in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, I mean, never been in a pandemic before, and so I think it's new to most of the people. Maybe some other people have. I definitely have not, but a very, very difficult thing to do. I do think that I don't think there's anything good about the COVID-19. There's nothing good about it. I do think that we probably benefited a little bit in recruiting because of some prior relationships we had with some coaches and players in this state, particularly. I think some of these guys, had it been a normal recruiting year, especially some of the freshmen, I think they would have, had a lot more different options if they would have been able to visit schools and also have the coaches come and visit them at their school. And so I do think that we really benefited from that. We have really good freshmen. I like our junior college guys. I like our transfers. I like our returners. So I do think that if there is any positive thing out of COVID, it would be that. But it's an adjustment every single day. I mean, you drive somewhere, you forget your mask, you got to go back and get it. That's just the way of the world these days. But it's a different world we're living in.
Let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. You bring in 3 guys, all with NCAA Division I coaching experience. What can you tell Tarleton fans about that group?
Well, I'm really excited about these guys. We've got a very experienced staff, starting with Marcus Townsend, who his last stop was at Southern Miss, and he's a young guy that really does a great job, has a great deal of energy, and he's been at several places. His dad's an assistant coach at Kansas, and he's been in the profession for his entire life. And then we have Jim Shaw, who I think he came over from Texas State. I doubt if anyone does his job better than he can in the whole country. We're extremely happy to have him. Jim started out his coaching career with me when I started out at Texas El Paso on my first head coaching job. And I've known Jim since he was 5 or 6 years old. His dad was an outstanding coach in the state of Texas, took 3 teams to the Final Four, and so he's got basketball inbred in him as well. He played basketball. Actually, he played on the team that scored the most points ever, 124 a game, and he got 2 of those, so his teammates averaged 120.
High percentage there.
Jim is he's an outstanding person. He's an outstanding coach in every aspect. He can do anything. And so we're really lucky to have him. And the guy that has the most experience on our staff is a guy named Steve Shields. Steve has been at the University of Missouri, Southern Miss as an assistant coach. He was a head coach at the University of Arkansas Little Rock for 12 years. Tremendous person, tremendous coach. He's a great golfer. I think he was a Southwest Conference championship. His dad used to be the coach at Baylor. So great people, hard workers. Guys that are fun to be around. I like having guys on my staff that are fun to be around every day, and because it's a grind, and you got to have some fun with it. These guys are really, truly big time professionals. They've got great Division I experience. I think will be very important here at Tarleton, and we're looking forward to working together and having a lot of fun with it.
So Coach Shields is on your team on all the scrambles at the charity tournaments?
The last time I played golf was like 7 years ago in College Station at Miramont as a member guest. We won. I figured if they can't beat us, why do I need to continue playing? That's
there you go.
the guy that invited me to be, he's a former board member on the A&M system, and his name is Jim Wilson. He's never won it before. I played with him. He's never won it after. So, we know what the ingredient was, right?
Yeah, and while you're on top, let's move over to the roster, Coach. Only 3 returners, big group of newcomers, and I know your time with them has been, because of NCAA rules, has been pretty limited, but what have you seen from the guys so far?
I like them. I think that they like each other. I'm an intangible type coach. I like intangibles, toughness, togetherness, those kind of things. We basically have 3 rules: show up on time, try your hardest, and have a great attitude in everything you do on the court, in the classroom, socially, or whatever. And so these guys have been fantastic. You're limited as far as the time that you can be with them right now, but I really do like them. I like them. I think they're good athletes. I think they're inexperienced. Definitely having 10 new guys. I'm excited about the returners, but I'm excited about the 10 new guys, and the quicker that we're able to mesh together, that'll determine how good we're going to be. But I see a really bright future, not only for now, but in the future as well.
I know I came down to the gym the other day and you had a mask on, all the coaches, and gloves on. You're out there coaching. Obviously, that's a lot different for you. What other safety precautions, though, have your staff and the sports medicine teams taken?
Well, I think Tarleton's done an unbelievable job. I talk to coaches at other schools all the time, and I don't think that their protocol and their regulations are nearly as stringent as Tarleton. And I say that in a positive way, because this shows how much we care about the student athletes, and that's of the utmost importance. You're definitely, knock on wood, things could go south in a hurry, but I think they've done such a good job that we've had really good results up to this point. Again, it could change at any moment. Who knows what is going to happen with this, but I think our administration has been really good. I think I know our players have it's different for them to ask them to wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, whether you're on the court or going to the cafeteria or just in your room or whatever. But I think that they paid very, very close attention to it. I think that they understand this is a very, very serious matter, maybe more so than people their age are, being accused of not doing. So I'm really proud of our guys, and we're trying to, go by all the rules. You get used to what you can get used to whatever, and so I find myself in my office by myself with my mask on. I go to a restaurant and eat, I'm the only guy in there that has a mask on in between bites or whatever. It's not because of anything. It's just because I've got this habit. And so anything that you develop a habit on, it's to me, it's not burdensome at all. So the benefits far outweigh the negative parts of it. And so we're going to continue to try to respect, what situation our country's in, and try to be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Obviously, you've got some great games lined up this year, and COVID-19's thrown a little wrench in the scheduling, but you've announced games against Gonzaga, UCLA, Texas A&M. How bad do your guys want to get on the court and play starting in November?
They're definitely wanting to do it. We're encouraged by some things. I think today the Big 12 said that they're going to play football in the fall, and I think that means the ACC and the SEC are as well. And so I know, again, things can change all the time, but that's encouraging to me. It seems like if they're able to play football in September, we'll definitely be able to play basketball in November. And so we're excited about it. And we have a very, very challenging schedule. I guess I haven't heard this from UCLA, but I guess that they've decided they're not going to play any sports in the fall. And so that'd be a game. I'm going to call Coach Cronin, their head coach, and say, hey, man, I can't believe we were going to beat
that's a win by default. Big win, Coach.
No, Mick and I've been friends since we both came up in the business together. But unfortunately, that game won't be played this year. Hopefully, it'll be played at a different time. But we have really good games on our schedule. We have a great conference to play in, and so we're looking forward to playing each and every game.
Let's stop talking basketball for a minute. Look at the athletic department as a whole. On Monday, or I guess last Monday, it was announced that football would be postponed into the spring. How exciting is that for you, Coach, as a college sports fan, to be able to go and watch all those games happen this spring?
Well, I'm excited about the spring. I'm disappointed about the fall, because I love college football. I love college. I love all sports. I love to see the people interacting. One of the things I think that we've really learned, and maybe other people knew it, no one loves sports more than me all across the board: baseball, basketball, volleyball, golf, whatever, and softball and all that. So it really shows how much our country loves and misses sports, because you can't find anything on TV. You can't. I mean, it's. I think we're really realizing what we didn't know. It's sometimes we just take things for granted, and we've obviously done that. Being able to watch and be a part of the college landscape and professional sports, even, that we're missing, and we're excited that it'll be played in the spring. We're definitely going to miss them in the fall.
I know you and I cheer for a lot of the same pro sports teams, which means we have a very broken heart.
Well, I'm a big Rangers and big Cowboy fan, and not a big fan of the Houston Astros and trash cans and all kinds of stuff.
Me either. We might get some flack. We might get some flack from Tarleton fans living in Houston.
Bandwagon people that always jump on the Houston Astros bandwagon when they win every 50 years or so.
Hey, Coach, that's a great way to end it. Appreciate your time. Best of luck getting ready for the 2020-21 season.
Thanks a lot. Go Texans.
That's been the head men's basketball coach at Tarleton, Billy Gillispie. This is To The Point, an inside look at Tarleton Athletics. Make sure you check tarletonsports.com to stay up to date on Tarleton Athletics, and follow at Tarleton Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Everyone is trying to do their part, especially now. And your Ford dealer is built to lend a hand. If your vehicle needs service, just call. Ford service centers are essential to your community and are still open. Find out about pickup and delivery options from participating Ford dealers. Plus, they've implemented enhanced cleaning measures for added peace of mind. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us do our part and help take care of you.